Harold here in the flesh. Let me see how that looks like. Nope, that's too dark. Gotta keep this light on. don't want you don't want you to have to get scared looking at me. I'm sitting here in my Titleist hat and my Charlie Kirk freedom shirt, which means freedom for everyone, every last person on this earth. We want freedom for them, freedom for every American. That's what we want, freedom for them. All legal Americans. You came here legally, you're here legally, you get all the freedom in the world. That's what we believe in. And of course, freedom of speech, which is one of the biggest advocacies of this freedom shirt, if I digress a bit there, is not just freedom for people to say things we agree with. It's actually freedom for people to say things we disagree with. That was the reason for freedom of speech. The reason for freedom of speech was for people to say things that we don't agree with. Hey, Ron. Hey, Robert Simpson. Dagsy. I'll explain in a minute what I'm doing here now and why you're having to look at my face. Sorry about that. My Titleist hat. Yes, like Patrick Henry said, I don't agree with you, sir, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. That's how we should be as Americans. We should fight for the right of people to say things that we disagree with, because that's why we're free. Gil Rary, good evening. So I am here right now because my big sister did pass away, and she has been cremated, and we are going to have a celebration of life down in South Carolina on January 31st. I am picking up my two sisters at the airport that we will plan for that event. And so I'm not going to have a show tonight except for this portion here. I didn't have time to do all of that stuff with the iPad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 9. I'm here early tonight. Tomorrow night at 9 we'll have a show. And it's going to be a really important show, by the way, because I'm going to do some things that I didn't realize that I wasn't clear enough about what's going on with the betting. Hey, Lester Castaneda, good evening. Paul O'Brien, I'm going to talk about you in a minute if you don't mind, sir. Welcome, Paul O'Brien, my Terre Haute friend. So let's talk first about the betting. The 1, 3, 7, 11, 17, 23, 31, 40. It is an aggressive betting system that does yield the results for you. And it was designed, though, because of being able to start it with the one unit. $10 would have been the ideal way to start this bet. You want to have a very high bankroll, and you want to start with 10, 30, 70. But as I'm going to modify it, and I'm going to do further explanation right now, as I'm going to modify it, and Chuck Ritter pointed it out, one of the weaknesses of the 10, 30, 70 system is you start with 4 wins, you got 4 wins out the way, but you only won 4 single units. Like he would say, I would prefer to lose the first few. That's what Chuck said. It was kind of funny, but he's right. You almost would have preferred to lose the first 2. Now, I'm going to advocate now for, if you're playing that system, have the largest bankroll you can play at a $10 table or $15 table like they have up at Rivers in Chicago. They have a 15 table there. King John plays up there now. And have the largest bankroll you can have, and you're going to win all the time. Big bankroll is going to win when you're playing low bets. You're playing low bets, aggressive betting system, big bankroll is never going to fail you. But if you are playing the 1, 3, 7, 11, and you start at $70, and you do start with a losing streak, where you go 70 and 110, 170, 230, you're about to go 310. But the thing is, if you've got the bankroll, you're going to win, and then you're going to drop down 1 and win, and you're going to have a pile of money in a very fast time. And so that works that way. The thing that works against that system is if you start in the basement, you catch 4 wins, you don't get much money. But if you start like a D'Alembert, you plan it kind of like a D'Alembert. You start at, say, the $70 range. Yes, you can get deep early, but you also could win right away at 70. And if you win at 70, you can drop down to 30 because you got room now. And that way, if you lose at 30, you can go back to 70, and you can ping pong your way just with 2 wins at $110. And so we at the King's Club here, we're advocating ways that you can make your money by betting on the bet sequence. because we're going to use the same selection. We're not going to jump back and forth. We're going to play the banker, banker chopping, single and pair players, banker streaking one time, so that the banker loses that one streak. You immediately have another bet on the chop, and what you essentially have is 3 straight banker bets to get one win. Ordinarily, it's going to work for you. So now go to the next thing. Because I talked about this 1, 3, 7, 11 system of betting sequence, it didn't mean that I didn't like D'Alembert. I love D'Alembert. But let's go back and talk for 1 second. I want to talk about Paul O'Brien. And I want to talk about 2 people tonight, or 3, the kind of people that you meet in the kingdom, highest quality of people you'll ever want to meet. They're right here with everybody here. And thank you, Ron. That's a big sister. I spent my life in her shadow. Wonderful, wonderful woman. All right. Thank you very much, JP. I appreciate it very much. Paul O'Brien and Tracy from daycare. Thank you very much. Yeah, the kids are something else. Most of the kids, like 90% of them, are awesome. Um, um, Hassan's family, we don't talk politics here, but that's perfectly all right. Um, whether Venezuelan oil is taken or Venezuelan oil isn't taken, the average person here in America is not going to be affected. We can get all fired up about politics if we want. I am fired up about freedom for all people. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I'm going to fight for your rights to say what you want to say, and everybody in this kingdom will too, because we're all patriotic Americans. And one of the patriotic Americans we have met here is Paul O'Brien from Terre Haute. Paul O'Brien has patience, he has discipline, he has intelligence. He's a really, really good man too. He works in rehab with troubled people, troubled youth, and does everything he can to bring them back, and he's fully dedicated to what he's doing. Hassan's family, please stop, okay? What happened in Venezuela was a man that was under indictment was taken the way he should have been taken, and the majority of the Venezuelan people are celebrating it. They're going to have good leadership, and whatever they owed in oil, they're going to pay in oil, and all of that's over and that's done. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what happens there. It's not going to affect me one bit. And I'm not going to get in a political struggle about it because it doesn't matter. So thank you for your comment, but please, I'm honoring your rights of free speech, and I appreciate your comments. And we're not, thank you, Ron. We're not here for that. We're here for winning money in the casino, because the casino is an ugly place. The casino takes everybody's money. Never mind. Okay, I've tried with you. The casino takes everybody's money. It's the toughest road game in the history of games. And so we have found ways to get money from the casinos, and we're going to keep getting money. But Ron O'Brien in Terre Haute plays the $5 iBlock wheel. iBlock game, not wheel, but I look at Baccarat like a roulette wheel. The iBlock game, where every new hand is fresh off the top of the deck. But Ron has patience. He plays it for $5. He has discipline. He never gets in too deep, because you know those iBlock machines can be intuitive and they can work against you. And so Ron gets in there and he makes $45. He makes it every day of his life. Sometimes he does it twice a day. And when he does it twice a day, he keeps 45 for his own walking around money, WRM, but then he gives 45 of it to charity, because that's the kind of guy he is. We need to have big applause for guys like Ron O'Brien. We've got guys like that in this kingdom with us, and it's very much appreciated. You guys, you know how I feel about you. We go into the other side of the token. We've got Bill Latta. Now, Bill Latta does not play the 10, 30, 70, because Bill Latta plays high money. So Bill Latta plays D'Alembert. Up 5 units, down 4. Starts with $200. If he wins at $200, he goes down 4 units of 25, goes down to 100. He played just for a short time today, won $500. He played for a short time the other day, won $500. And Bill is a 70-plus gentleman who is also disciplined and patient about how he does it. He's not going to get in too deep, but he does have a bankroll that he can afford to get in a little deep, but he wins the money all the time. Chuck Ritter the same way, winning money all the time. King John up in Chicago, winning money all the time. And they're playing simply this: banker shop single and pair player, banker streak single, banker. Light went out, so I turned it back on. Sorry for the glare. I haven't figured out a way to get this thing away so that that thing doesn't show, but anyway, that's the way it is. I am wearing a Titleist hat tonight. You see this? Okay. So I got a friend that's on the Korn Ferry Golf Tour, which is kind of like AAA baseball. It's the highest level of golf that is not on the PGA Tour. And he won a couple of events last year. I'm very proud of him. And he knows I'm supporter of him. He sent me a Titleist hat. So I wear it in his honor tonight. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Cali KB. So Cali KB is one that we talked about, the 10, 30, 70. Cali KB plays a low roller. Cali KB, I'm telling you right now, you can play 5 units of $10 in D'Alembert. Started at $50. If you win, you go down to 10. If you lose, you go back to 60. Whenever you get plus 50, you leave. If you develop your bankroll to where you've got $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you're never going to lose, and you're going to make 50 forever. Yeah, that Nicole Morton is actually Cali KB. The table limits, if you catch yourself at a table with, say, a $10 minimum and a $1,000 maximum, don't even play it. You don't want to get caught up in tight minimums and maximums. That's the way casinos beat you, and that's the way they're all going to go. I told Cali KB the other night, if I opened a casino like in Bloomington, I'd make it $5 minimum, $100 maximum. I'd just beat everybody in town all night long, every day, because you could never beat it that way. So you want to go to tables that are like $10, $15 minimum if you can find them, and $5,000 maximums. Or like in the South Point Casino in Henderson, it's a $10 minimum, $10,000 maximum. And so if you've got the money, you're never going to lose there. But you can play it like I'm told Cali KB, or with the 10, 30, 70, or you can begin at 50 and use 5 units of 10 and 4 units of 10, up 5, down 4, D'Alembert. Or you could do high roller like Bill Lana does, and begin at $200 and using it units of $25. So you're essentially going up 125, down 100. And by all means, if you could go higher and begin at 400 and use units of 50, that's even better yet. But always having the patience and the discipline to get your money and not forget to get out. So I'm going to come back with you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Thanks for joining me tonight. But we're going to talk about more and more about the bet. The bet's what matters. The selection is good. The selection's important. But we have got a 50-50 game here. It's the only game in town that's like this. And you can leverage it by playing the banker side and using an aggressive betting way that we're playing it. That's what's going to get the money every time. And so, hey, Louis David, nice to meet you. Trish Graves, good to see you, honey. And Gil Rary, thank you so much. So I'll take care of my business tonight. I'll be back with you at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll do a complete session because BL LLC is up $500. Started with $20,000, is at $20,500. We're going to build it. I might even do a D'Alembert tomorrow night with that one because of the way it's going. I didn't want to miscommunicate that I suddenly was not in love with the D'Alembert system. But the D'Alembert is the nuts and bolts of everything that the King has put together, because that is the solid way to go. The 10, 30, 70, 110 was designed for the lower bet playing at $10. And particularly for like what I was going to do when I get back out to South Point is have a large bankroll and play the 10, 30, 70, 110 and play it several times a day, maybe as many as 8 sessions. But always stopping at $100 and not going any further, and always starting on a new shoe, not beginning mid-shoe. Start your game at the beginning of the shoe when all 406 or so cards are available to you, because now you've got all of those 7s, 8s, and 9s and aces in that deck available to you. They've not got any deck penetration where those cards are gone. You want to have all the cards available to you. And it's not like you're playing blackjack where the cards are available to you and they're available to the dealer as well. This game doesn't have a dealer. It's banker and player. That's all it is. And we're going to be at banker all the time. And we're going to make the money all the time the same way we are. So Callie's already hit the road. glad you stopped in tonight. Okay, I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Until then, everybody, let freedom ring throughout the country. Be open and loving of all people. And let's go forward as a nation and do the right things that we can do for each other. And God bless you all. I will see you at 9 o'clock with a session tomorrow night. And we'll make a determination between now and then the bet we're going to use. But I'm feeling pretty sure that whatever bet it is, we're going to find a way to win. We got to get BLLC some more money tomorrow night. So thanks to all of you. Good night. I love you all.